Good evening and welcome to our live virtual open evening. My name is Isaac and this is Imogen, and we've been asked to begin the evening and share with you some of our thoughts about life here at the Whitehaven Academy.
We are in year 7 and 8 and we're lucky enough to come to the open evenings, look around, meet the teachers and other students. It's a shame that you can't, but hopefully this evening will help.
My message to you would be not to be scared just because you're new. You will be treated kindly. I'd say you have a higher chance of being struck by lightning than being treated badly at the Whitehaven Academy. All the students and staff are really friendly, so don't be afraid to ask to talk to them if you have any issues or questions.
The 3 R's are central to life at the Whitehaven Academy. Respect is all about manners and how we treat others. For example, holding doors open, saying please and thank you, and respecting different opinions. Responsibility is about the way we work together and the way we own up to our own actions. Like me forgetting my pencil case yesterday. Oops. And our responsibility for our own learning and our role as global citizens.
Resilience is about learning from mistakes. At the Whitehaven Academy, mistakes are allowed, and they're actually encouraged. You see, when you make a mistake, you learn from it, and are less likely to make that mistake again. For example, if you forget some homework, you may get reminded, but next time, you'll subconsciously be like, hey, I forgot my homework last time, and I got a warning. I should check if I have it today. But don't be afraid about getting told off for all your mistakes. If you get a question wrong in class, you won't be told off. Just listen carefully so you can know how to get the correct answer for next time. Be resilient, learn from your mistakes, and try your best.
We are all very excited about our shiny new building. From our form room, we have been eagerly watching the demolition of the old build. Matt on that day was less than successful. Mr. Young was gutted he missed the chimney go. We can't wait to see the new build fly up.
During the course of the evening, you may have questions. Some of you may know how to use Microsoft Teams, but it might be new to others. Please feel free to type any questions you may have in the Q&A column on your screen, and one of the brilliant members of staff will do their very best to answer.
Before we hand you over to Mrs. Brown, we would like to share with you a film made by a group of Year 8 students and staff, since we actually managed to come back to school and get back to learning together.
We hope you enjoy it. It will come on in a moment. Honest.
Good morning everybody, welcome to Performing Arts. Today we're going to be doing an introduction to contemporary dance. But before we do that, let's recap some of the 5 basic dance actions that we looked at last time.
At the heart of the Whitehaven Academy is kindness, and the culture that we have in this school is built around a passionate desire as part of the Cumbria Education Trust that every student has the right to be the best that we can be. In order to do that, it's really important that we have the right staff and we have a supportive community and that we have the facilities that the students deserve.
Katie, can you name one of the 5 basic dance actions for me, please?
A jump, it's where you can you jump in the air when you're doing a movement.
Well done, great answer.
At Whitehaven Academy, we've got a fantastic team of curriculum leaders who are passionate about their subjects and want to pass that passion on to the students. So in every single lesson, both our curriculum leaders and their team of dedicated teaching staff challenge the students and make sure that they are achieving in every single subject across the board.
And reach, and lift, and drop, and step, ball, change. The arts are really important to us at the Whitehaven Academy. We include the arts on our Key Stage 3 and 4 curriculum. And it's really sad, and you're going to bring your arms down. Sad look on your face. Excellent. Students can opt to study our subjects at Key Stage 4 and some of them at Key Stage 5, so we have progression opportunities as well. We have an extracurricular programme which is called our Expressive Arts team, in which we have students from all year groups coming together to really enjoy and just absolutely enrich their lives in the performing arts.
What we're going
going to do this lesson is build upon the work you've done on elements. So last lesson we looked at the periodic table and how that's organised, and this lesson we're going to focus in on metals.
CPD in the school is massively important to us, and we believe that staff deserve the right to be able to access high quality training to enable them to be the best that they can possibly be, because we firmly believe that making sure that teaching and learning is at the highest quality and that our staff are well trained so that our young people in West Cumbria get access to the best learning experience possible.
We've invested strongly in staff. I'm deeply proud of the work that the leadership team have been doing, through to the new teachers joining the staff, desperately passionate about making sure they can contribute to the learning of our students.
Bonnie, can you remind me which side of the periodic table the metal elements are?
The left-hand side.
Perfect, brilliant. And can you tell me, boys, any properties that you know that metals have?
Some metals are easier to cut than others.
Brilliant. Can you name me any out of interest? We've done so much on STEM in the last couple of years. We've really embraced the need for students to get involved in science, in lessons and outside of science. So we've had React Foundation in, they've done a roadshow for us. We've had a group of students take part in the Lego League competition and won prizes for that. We have entered a team into the University of Cumbria Salters Chemistry competition and won prizes for that. And we're looking at getting Crest Awards set up in the near future to involve students from all different year groups. If we heat metals up that are in a solution, we can see what different coloured flames they go. So the practical that you are going to do is you're going to take the sticks that have been soaked in those different metal solutions, you're going to heat them over a roaring Bunsen flame and record the colour that they go. The new build will be amazing. We'll have bespoke labs with all the right equipment in them, specific learning spaces for all our students, for science as well as all the other subjects. But it'll just mean that we can really focus on really good quality teaching and learning in an environment that is absolutely optimal for that learning.
The reason I joined science is because the teachers help us out a lot and they're all really nice, and the practicals we do are good, and I like playing with fire.
I've learned a lot of different science because I didn't do much science in my primary school.
It's helped me develop my responsibility because I have to bring in my own equipment, unlike in year 6 where I was given it all.
It's helped me develop confidence by different things like doing experiments after school and staying to after school clubs.
And it's also gave me the responsibility to act kinder to my friends.
It's been amazing so far.
Okay, what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to make some shortbread biscuits. Okay, so it's bringing in all the skills and all the techniques that we might have had in previous lessons and building on those together.
Once parents have received the information from the local authority about which school they're allocated to, we send out a welcome letter which has some information in for parents about what will happen over the next few months. We'll also ask people to fill in admissions forms so that we know a little bit more about their child. But we also give parents opportunity to talk to us about their child, so we might have coffee mornings and parents' evenings where Year 6 parents can come up and talk to us about their child and tell them about any concerns they have or needs their child has.
Isaac, when we're talking about the margarine, what kind of margarine have we used?
Full fat, so it makes it easier to rub in.
Excellent. And what we're going to do...
We also go into schools and we meet with the school teacher, so we find out about their strengths, their areas of need, and that gives us a picture of the student before September so that we can think about what their needs might be and make sure that we're meeting them. We also go into schools with students from this school and we go and meet the Year 6s, and it's absolutely lovely. So we tell them about ourselves, we introduce the school to them, and they get lots of time to talk to us and ask us questions. And that's a lovely opportunity, and they often feel so much better when we've been into the school.
Right, we're going to put it onto the surface. So we're going to keep it in this shape, we're going to put it into the fridge, okay? When it goes in the fridge, it cools down the fat, and it makes the gluten in the flour not work so much, okay? So that means that when we get it out... What we thrive to do in every department over the Academy is make sure that our lessons get off to a prompt start and that we have those opportunities built in for knowledge recall, for new knowledge and new skills every single lesson. So what we try to do is provide students with the opportunities and the support to excel in every area, gaining new skills and new practical experiences wherever possible. We also can do this outside of the classroom by offering a wide variety of extracurricular activities where the students can therefore demonstrate new skills and gain more knowledge that they can bring into the classroom.
The Whitehaven Academy has really helped me to develop as an independent learner because they positively enforce being resilient, and with that naturally comes independent learning and responsibility.
In PE we do football, rugby, and we've started doing cricket right now. The football team here is really good. We've got players from Carlisle Academy and grassroots football teams, and when we all play together it's a really strong side.
I'm very excited for the new school as we will get much more time for activities and it'll be new buildings. I'm very excited about the new social areas and the new classrooms.
My role is quite important in supporting students because I work with various teams within school, the pastoral team, the senior leadership team and the subject teachers and curriculum leaders, and my main role is to ensure that students can be guided and encouraged to follow our school values of being respectful, responsible and have resilience across all the subjects, and ultimately so that they can make the most progress that they possibly can.
The main thing that's helped me is confidence building and getting to know more people. The confidence has definitely helped me progress in my lessons.
The young people at Whitehaven Academy want to be successful. They enjoy their learning. They've responded really positively to all of the developments that we brought to them. And most recently, it's been exciting to see the West Coast Sixth Form develop and the partnership with Workington Academy. Because for any school to be successful and for any young child to be able to progress on successfully as an adult, they need to be surrounded by an open-minded, ambitious and deeply supportive community. And for me, as head, that's what we have. And I'm lucky to be part of it.
Hello, I'm Mrs Brown and I'm the Student Provision Officer for Year 7. What a wonderful video. I was almost in tears. It's just lovely to see our students doing so well. So part of my role is to support Year 6 students and their parents and carers as they prepare to enter secondary education at the Whitehaven Academy. Moving up to secondary school, is a major milestone in a child's life. And some children just simply take it in their stride, but others can become quite anxious. In my experience, it's actually more often the parents who are anxious. But key to transition being successful is the relationships that we build between the students, parents and the schools. So how do we support students? Well, we visit primary schools to introduce ourselves, and we take some of our students so they can talk about their experiences, and the Year 6 students often have lots of questions to ask. Students can also have extra visits, so the Year 6 teachers will often tell us about students that are very anxious and maybe need to come up to the school a little bit more. We also have 2 full days in July when all Year 6 students who are coming to us spend the full 2 days with us, meeting academy staff and other students and experiencing classes. It's so important that we have a good relationship with parents, and you will get lots of opportunities to meet with staff to discuss your children's needs. You'll also receive information from us over the months regarding uniform, what equipment your child needs and what to expect. You'll be asked to complete admissions and permissions forms. And I am always here to support parents and carers with queries and concerns. You can get in touch with me anytime. We have a fantastic relationship with the primary schools. Myself and our Director of Learning and the Special Educational Needs Coordinator meet with primary staff to talk about all the Year 6 students. We identify their strengths and areas where they may need support. This gives us a picture of your child before September, so we can make sure that any support is put in place. And what's been really amazing this year is that despite the restrictions and lockdown, due to our wonderful relationships that we have with the schools and the relationships we've built with the parents, we've been able to run our transition programme. It's just been online. So we've still met with students and parents and primary staff, and we've all worked together to prepare this year's students to start at the Whitehaven Academy. Well, whatever this next year holds, please be assured that we want to give your child a smooth and as positive experience of moving to the Whitehaven Academy as we possibly can. I'm now going to swap over to Mr. Youngman while I go and join my colleagues in answering your questions. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and I look forward to meeting you.
Good evening. My name is Mr. Youngman, up there above me, and I am delighted to be the head teacher here at Whitehaven Academy. As Mrs. Brown said, thank you for taking the time to join us. When it became clear that we'd need to be a virtual open evening, it was important for us that you were still able in some way to meet our students, albeit virtually. Now, I'd like to thank Imogen and Isaac for opening this evening live. At the Whitehaven Academy, we believe in challenging our students. And I think it would be fair to say that putting 2 students in front of a camera live falls squarely into that category. In fact, it's one of the privileges of this job here at Whitehaven, being able to work with wonderful students. And I have to say, I am now slightly regretting letting them kick off so professionally, leaving me to make all the mistakes towards the end. The slide behind has my name, but as Isaac and Mrs. Brown have pointed out, there are many other people here helping you this evening, because we want to ask those questions. We want to answer your questions. This is a big decision, because the question is, are we right for you? As families, you want to get this right, obviously. Now, as a school, it's our responsibility to make the next 7 years of learning challenging, rewarding, and inspiring and fun. We saw the first choice treble last year, and we're delighted to see families choose to book a tour. There's a palpable buzz in our current Year 7s, and results are rising each year. The future really is promising. It's the right time to join, because certainly it's an exciting time and it's a time of growth. If we look at our staff, we have a blend of long-serving, deeply loyal staff. We have Cumbrians who are committed to the area, and in some cases ex-students who want to contribute back into their own community. And then there's offcomers like me who've seen the light and are wondering why on earth we didn't move here sooner. Cumbria Education Trust have invested strongly in the development of senior and middle leaders. Personally, I feel that I have a team of subject leaders here that rivals any that I've seen in my 26 years of teaching. They're quite inspirational. Partnership across the trust is really important and is flourishing. Working in isolation in education or anywhere is a lonely business, and we share our expertise across the trust. In fact, only this morning, the English leads were meeting to explore what was the best areas of curriculum to develop. Sometimes as a head, you have to make difficult but important decisions. And last year, it was clear that we needed to rethink our approach to sixth form. And I am now delighted with the launch of the West Coast Sixth Form in partnership with Workington Academy. And of course, for you in particular, during your first year here at Whitehaven Academy, you'd be moving in to a new build. Isaac mentioned Just Ask. Inevitably, you'll have questions. Yesterday, we've had some really helpful questions, and we're looking forward to putting them together and sharing them in frequently asked questions next week. Now, there's always a balance about presentation, and a balance that head teachers never get right. You go on and you numb your audience. At least in this case, you can quietly make a cup of tea. You keep it too short, and you miss the things that you wanted to know. And so for that reason, just ask. And what I'd say, year 6, is grab hold of the keyboard and ask the questions yourself. Don't worry about how specific it is. Don't worry whether it's the right sort of question. If it's a question in your mind, it's the right sort of question. We have the senior leadership team here, including our SENCO. We've got the directors of learning. Mrs. Brown is legging it as we speak, and we have teachers from a range of subjects. So just ask. Our motto above me is nice and clear. Be the best that you can be. But still, what does that actually mean for you? It means finding your passion. It may be a passion that you already have inside you. It may be something that you didn't even know you could do. It's about being challenged. And for you, it's going to be about learning in a state-of-the-art building. It's about being surrounded by kind professionals who in turn are constantly challenging themselves to be the best that they can be. Everybody in this building is a learner. And for all of us, it's about maximising learning time, a phrase we use again and again, which basically means get in, get on, be challenged. At the heart of any curriculum, there needs to be a strong core. So if we take English, as a former head of English, obviously it's something I'm passionate about. We have here a culture that promotes reading. Books are rewards in this school, writing is celebrated, reading is valued, and literature is cherished and explored. Results are improving year on year, and from accelerated reader in year 7 through to high-performing A-level as part of the West Coast Sixth Form, this is a school where English, and indeed all languages, are valued. Oracy, talk. Today, 4 colleagues were involved in online training with Voice 21, a national organisation, and there's a phrase, talk is the sea upon which all learning floats. We need to empower students with confidence and a life skill. Regrettably, we've all worked with colleagues who can't communicate. We need our young people to listen. We need our young people to be confident speakers, persuasive, and to be able to structure an argument or a presentation. Finally, within that core is maths. Now, we have students who are going on to Oxbridge and Russell Group universities at sixth form, but for all of us, it's about making maths feel different. One example is CET holds an outdoor centre in Eskdale. So obviously, we've held revision weekends combining maths with outdoor learning. But for all of our students, we're now following the White Rose programme and buying in wholeheartedly to that philosophy that we can all do maths. STEM. Now, in the video, Dr. Graham and the students celebrated the work we do on STEM, and as a major employer in West Cumbria, it's essential we promote STEM. The facilities of the new build will make this even better. Now, what Dr. Graham was too modest to comment on is just how strong our science results are, as well as the competitions, the after-school clubs, the events, and, burning things in practicals. We will help you explore science and discover the beauty of the subject, alongside developing those opportunities in technology and in engineering, and, as I said before, of course, mathematics. Anybody who's from the town knows arts have a long history in this school, a fine history. And building on what Miss Gill and Mrs. Bell said, Whitehaven Academy is a place where we will help you discover your creativity and explore. The class-based learning and the extracurricular events, for me, are second to none. And I'm quietly hoping, probably not quietly anymore, to be the judge for Bake Off this year. Now, when lockdown came, it was essential to us to keep students being creative. And the Challenge programme was a roaring success, with students engaging in experiments at home, photography challenges, art projects, and creative writing, and many more. And this all came together with a learning festival. And when you find something that works, you go with it. So this year we'll be holding another learning festival in July, or rather in 2020, and we'll be inviting year 5s and year 6s to join in that, but also in challenges throughout the year. And it's not just the students. Parents, grandparents, and staff have all joined in. There is a positive learning culture, a culture that we've worked hard to nurture. Now, our culture here is built around developing positive relationships, grounded in a shared value of kindness and respect. We have expectations of excellence. You deserve excellence. That's what your decision's about this evening and for the next few weeks. But we in turn expect excellence, and we will continue to raise standards. As a head teacher, I'm very proud that this is an inclusive school, but I'll also not shy away from making difficult decisions. Uniform and presentation all feed into culture, and actually, because of COVID, we've had to suspend the new uniform, so when you join in Year 7, you'll be joining with a new uniform. And then finally, coming back to that word kindness, you will hear me say it more than GCSE, but please don't mistake that for a lack of ambition, because we're more likely to be successful in a kind, supportive environment. If we feel we're surrounded by kindness and we're comfortable, we're more likely to take risks and to push ourselves. Our students, many of our students, achieve now the highest grades. Our performers and teams have performed and competed at the highest level. Our students have gone on to Russell Group universities, and last year our Year 7 boys were absolutely gutted not to play in the quarterfinals in the National Rugby League Cup. They're desperate to get to Wembley, and we want to get them there. Amongst all of that, it's important to recognise we all have different needs. We all enter school with different skills, with different levels of readiness and different gaps in our learning. We've expanded our SEN team to ensure we meet those needs, and there is much to celebrate in our SEN team. And as I mentioned, Mrs. Kinraid is online now, so please do ask any questions or ask for a tour. Alongside that, we also recognise that many students just aren't quite secondary ready. And so I'm very proud of the T-Band, another example of us working with CET, following work that happens at Workington and at William Howard. We have students working in a primary environment, supporting them in the shift before they go on to fully immerse into the mainstream. Student voice is hugely important. I'm looking forward to welcoming our student council. We have a group of prefects who we're keen to deploy amongst the school once we can all mix together. We had students involved in selecting uniform, approaches to remote learning, approaches to behaviour, but also it's important for me as a head and for all of us as staff to listen to parents through coffee morning, through parent forum, through email, and from finding out about things that we don't know. So, for example, seeing there is a completely unacceptable gap in the issue of transport and stepping in. It's about having a meaningful conversation about learning. We can only have an excellent school if we have excellent teaching. And that comes back, as I said before, about us all learning together. We're all learners. Any teacher, any member of staff who feels they've got nothing to learn needs to leave teaching. We're part of Ambition Leadership, we're part of Teach First, we work with West Cumbria Teaching Alliance, we tap into, as I said, Voice 21, different organisations, so that we can learn and develop. And then coming back to the Learning Festival, an important thing to point out is while the students are embracing these challenges, it's important that you know what staff are doing in training in readiness for the following year. The new build, as I sit here, look out the window, it's like being a 7-year-old boy. I can see a row of diggers and it's fantastic. And it's important for me to take this opportunity to say thank you to this community. The people of Whitehaven have campaigned for years for this school. Whitehaven has deserved this school for years. And frankly, I feel like a bit of a goal hanger, ready to benefit from the work of many others, including the CET. You are getting, finally, what you richly deserve. Now, the delay was due in part to COVID, but it was also due to securing a larger sports hall. Again, making sure that we can give students the best. Imogen, by the way, was right. I was gutted to miss the chimney being knocked down. We have here incredible grounds. We will have a theatre, we will have sporting facilities, we will have state-of-the-art materials in the classroom, but for us it's about not waiting till the new build. So behind me you can see one of the screens that we've got in every single one of the classrooms, because if we're going to embrace and get the most out of the building, we need to be learning about it now. We need to be ready. It comes back to us all learning, because spring 2022 isn't far away. And hopefully for some of you watching, for many of you watching, it will mean that you're in a build and we're all ready to make the most from it. This school needs to constantly focus on our students and their outcomes. That's what we have to do as part of making you a fully rounded, successful student. We're one of the most improved schools in Cumbria, and we're meeting national expectations across a increasing range of subjects. More and more students are getting high grades, and my background, without going on about it too much, that's what I do, that's what I love, that's what excites me. It's helping young people get the best. And behind you, you've got a range of different ways that we'll work with you to help you be the best that you can be. Because what we want you to do is basically leave this school with a smile on your face and cherish and remember the times you had with us. So let's bring it back to the students. Last year, we had 111 students in the school for open evening, and we can't get you to meet those in quite the way that you would. So what I'm going to do is conclude with a film that some of you may well have seen on social media, and this concludes the formal part of the evening, if it can be formal while you're having a cup of tea watching me. But I'd like you perhaps to listen to them, some of those students, but particularly keep asking those questions, because the staff are here, and whilst the film finishes, staff will still be there answering questions. So I'll say thank you for your time. I'll now load up the final film, and I wish you a very good evening, and it's a pleasant one too. So thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Theo. I'm Olivia. And I'm Ellie. My name's Millie. I'm Lucy. And I'm Bradley. Lincoln. Isaac. Jack. I'm Kiara. I'm Gabby. I'm Charlie. My name is Steva. I'm Lucy. Charlie. Logan. Eloise. Ethan. I'm Jessica. Hi, I'm Paris. Hi, I'm Kaylee. Hi, I'm Lily. I'm Ella. And I'm Lilia. Quite frightened, but once I got there, it was kind of nice.
I was excited, but I was also a little bit anxious.
I was a little bit nervous because I knew secondary school would be a lot bigger than primary and a lot of the work would be harder, but also I was excited because I'd meet loads of new friends like I already have, and it would be super fun.
I was excited for like a new learning environment and different places to go and different subjects.
I was excited just to be in a new school and a new start. I was a little bit nervous but confident because I knew that I could get through it even if it was hard. I was anxious, but when I went into it, I went into year 7, I was alright, so it was good.
I was nervous but happy as well because it was a new start for me.
Meeting new people. Okay. More subjects. Probably more subjects.
I was excited for not just having one teacher, we could have a few teachers.
I was excited about making new friends and meeting new people.
I was excited about learning new things that I didn't learn in primary and making new friends that I've came from all sorts of primary schools.
Probably meeting the new teachers and looking around to meet new friends. The open opportunities and you're able to do a lot more than primary. How the work is going to be harder. Mainly just getting lost.
The teachers, because I thought they were going to shout at us.
When I make a mistake and I'm going to get told off.
I was really scared because people said that people would bully you, but it's nothing like the people that they've been saying. It's perfect.
It's mostly just trying to find my way around the school because you go past and drive past the school and it's massive, but then when you actually get in there, it's quite easy to find your way around the school. French and geography and that.
Not find my way around the school because when you're in year 6 you'll think it's a massive place from the primary. But yeah, I found my way around quite good, and they also thought I was getting bullied, but that didn't happen. It was good. They sent us Zoom calls
and lots of videos around the school.
All the parents got emails and information booklets and what will happen and showed it to us and stuff like that.
They guided us at the main gate to show us where the spots all are for our teachers to show us where to go.
So before coronavirus happened and the schools closed, we had a little moving up day where we got to do food tech and French, and we had a few Zoom meetings over the holidays and some letters to tell us everything that was going to happen and told us all the information that we needed.
They put up videos showing us around the school and introducing us to the teachers.
Sending out all of the videos and the calls, they were really helpful.
They rang us and talked to us like it was going to be alright and sort of boost our confidence.
Well, there were videos on Facebook, I think, to show where we would enter, what blocks we were going in, and other videos about the form tutors to know a bit about them.
We went to meet our new teachers and then we've got our new books.
We went to the sports hall and then met all the people in our farm and our teacher. We got showed around and made around Christmas.
The teachers just showed us around. So if we asked to go to any class, they'd show us. We got to meet our new teachers and get shown around the school and little get to know people and then on the first day I knew half of my form already.
We got our planners and our Do Now books. We also had some introduction lessons to different subjects like hazards and if fire happens, the fire drills. And they also lost my code twice.
We got to know our form class.
I met my new form teacher, Mr. Ismail, and made some new friends and met some old friends that I hadn't saw for a while.
I was a little bit shocked because the buildings were so big but the teachers were so nice.
I met a lot of new friends and I met new teachers and
I just think that it's a really cool place, it's big.
So we first got our planners and Do Now books, and then we got introduced to all of our teachers and where we were going to be going for all of our classes.
Organised people in other year groups. It's mostly, the teachers are very nice, they're happy around the school and there's a lot of students in other years that are happy around the school as well, so it's like a new start.
I enjoy the classes and moving around and our own responsibility, getting on the school bus. I enjoy how nice the teachers are, I enjoy all the lessons, I enjoy working with my friends, I enjoy lunchtimes, and just a lot of good things.
I enjoy the most about Year 7 is that there's a lot of great people and that the teachers are very nice.
The teachers are very friendly.
Probably the teachers and the subjects that we do with the teachers because they help us a lot if we get stuck and they explain things very well.
That I made loads of new friends. Being able to move around into different classrooms and being with different teachers.
Don't be worried, it's not how you think it's going to be.
Don't be scared and look forward to go to Whitehaven Academy. Not to worry because we're all there for them and if they ever need help, we'll all help them. Don't be worried because first few days you're going to be scared, but weekend you're going to have a blast and I recommend the food. It's good. Sometimes secondary school is meant to seem scary and big and bad, but it's really not. It's the opposite of that. The teachers are so lovely and the building is just so easy to get around and you never get lost in it. It's not as bad as everyone says it is, and just don't overthink it because you're going to really enjoy it once you get there.
Don't worry because the teachers will help you.
Okay. It's not that hard to run around and do work. It's very fun, it's quite fun. I'd give them not to worry because at first it is scary, but when you make your first friend it isn't scary because they'll be there to stick up for you. Don't be worried because it's not that hard. You go in and that's it. First couple of days and you're settled in.
To just not be nervous and to just be excited because they'll have a good time. Let's get up.